to compete on price on Amazon. I'm Nick.
I'm Chase.
And welcome to the Demand Gen Daily Podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe. We are talking today about Amazon and how not to compete on price, a super hot button topic. Because people, often say Amazon can be a race to the bottom price-wise, to no profit, etc. How do we combat this?
Yeah, great question. It is a common objection or concern raised among clients is I don't want to launch on Amazon because I'm a premium option within my category. I don't want to just compete on price. So definitely Amazon brands who are on the cheaper side can do really well on Amazon. Products that are premium can also do very well. Amazon has a sliding scale of referral bracket charges. So a referral fee is the fee you pay for the privilege of selling on Amazon. And it can be as high as 15, 17% sometimes. So if you're selling a premium product that's $200, you don't want to be paying a 20% referral fee. So they have a sliding scale for more premium brands like premium apparel, jewelry, stuff like that, really big end electronics like e-bikes and stuff like that. They have different referral fees than if you're selling moisturizer cream, which is $20, right? So you really can. Now, here's the thing. The common problem is that you start selling something, you're trying to build a brand also on and off of Amazon to become an omni-channel, but you're getting your butt kicked, you're getting spanked by a Chinese seller who can just infinitely cut their costs. And if listing doesn't work, it's very low risk for them. They can shut it down and start a new one. It's harder to do that for a North American brand because Amazon has much more leverage over us, right? So that's a big concern. So the issue here is I'm going to use a brand in the kitchen category as an example. This is a double wall thermal insulated coffee cup. There's a whole series of them. There's not just one. There's tall ones, skinny ones, one with a handle, one with not, but double wall thermal insulated. And it's the most expensive in the category, but it's also the top recommended seller with 2,400 plus reviews. So how do we do? Pricing isn't a static thing. It's a dynamic thing. You want to be able to adjust the pricing according to your short-term and long-term goals. So when I'm doing a product launch, we talked about product launch in the past, I want to be able to go as low as possible on the launch date, right? The cheaper the better. People say, oh, why would I want to be cheap? I'm trying to make money. Yes, you're trying to make money, but you're also trying to have a successful launch, a product that can really be a game changer. You're trying to hit a home run, a grand slam. And to do that, you want to give it a chance by lowering the price as much as you can. Okay, that's going to signal to the algorithm that, hey, there's a new seller on the market within this category. If it's selling and it's cheap, you're much more likely to get a boost by the algorithm organically. So that's a big one. But you don't have to do that forever. You may do that just for a 48-hour period. You may be more aggressive and do it for a week. I've seen sellers do it for as long as 6 months, break even or lose a little bit because they are pushing out the competitors. It's very aggressive and it can work. And as I said in the past podcast, the psychology about it is that your competitor does not know how long you're willing to break even or lose a little bit, right? And they're sweating. It's much more stressful for them than it is for you. Some will go even the more aggressive side where they're jacking up the cost on the PPC ads and they're lowering their price. Very aggressive. Can work, but a lot of people just don't have the stomach for it. They're not thinking long term, and that's what I would recommend. Pricing strategy is a long-term strategy, not a short-term strategy. Yeah. So be willing to be dynamic. According to seasons, I'm going to adjust the price according to supply and demand, according to what I can get away with. Now, in the kitchen category, this product I was talking about, double wall thermal insulated coffee cups, for 60 days, we brought the price down to the near lowest price for that product category, but we had by far the most reviews. So it was just a no-brainer we were selling. And because we knew the listing was well optimized and converting for mobile especially, a lot of our young moms were buying on a mobile device, our session rates were great. We're sending all the right signals to Amazon that this is the product that you want to recommend in the top organic spot for these keywords. And then once we get that domain authority, that history of sales velocity that proves to Amazon that we're selling, we can incrementally increase the price. Magic. I don't want to say that it's easy because there's a lot of nuance there that needs to be executed well, But that basic dynamic strategy can work, and it's worked very well. So much that we talk about here sounds like obvious, basic marketing salesmanship, but very few people execute on these details, right? And that's basically pricing on Amazon.
Yeah, and obviously there's nuances here, but one of them that I'm going to mention, which is always at the forefront of our mind, is brand. If you drop your price a lot with a really polished brand, like a very like aesthetically pleasing brand, very in tune with your target audience, etc., bringing the price back up is a lot easier. Whereas if the brand is not as good, bringing the price back up generates a lot more resistance and in the form of sales drop-offs. And we've seen this in the past. Like, we increase price, brand is like AAA plus a brand, sales go down very marginally, like if at all sometimes. And I'm talking on a unit basis. I'm not talking about on a dollar basis, because a lot of the time, even if you sell less units, you overall are way better off like on an EBITDA or like an ROI perspective. But if the brand is good enough, sometimes your unit sales might not even go down. Sometimes they might actually even go up because of this. Now, if the brand isn't as strong, yes, as you increase price, you're going to see unit drop-offs, like for sure.
Yep.
And that is fully commensurate to the strength of the brand. So the stronger the brand, the less drop-off every time you increase the price. And this is marketing 101. Again, back to Jason's point, this is like all basic stuff. But again, the execution of this is, we rarely see this executed well on our side.
It's true. Yeah. When people get on a call, they're looking for, I just had a call yesterday, a woman wanted to know, which she didn't say it, but she was looking for a secret or advanced technique that was going to push her over. And the reality is, it's about getting a team or partnering with a team that can execute on the basics well. They're just masters of the basics. It's a really common thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a different topic as well, of like fundamentals versus like the search for the magic bullet.
Yep.
You're always better off polishing the fundamentals of things and doing them at an incredibly high level than trying to find this magic bullet, because the magic bullet honestly doesn't exist. This magical thing that's going to convert everything overnight. It's like you're going to do 10 things, 15 things like that are fundamental. You're going to do them all at a high level, and that's going to take effort, time, etc. And by doing those things, you're going to win. But most people, like, it's like, I need to shortcut this. I need to move faster. And by trying to move faster, they paradoxically move.
Good point. I think when you have all the basics really done well and you can demonstrate that, then it's time to maybe talk about pushing the envelope or trying to innovate experimental things. But trying to do that first, assuming that's your problem, is usually not the problem. It's usually a basic thing.
Right? Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right. That's it for this episode. Next episode, how to scale Amazon in 2023. That's going to be coming up on the next episode. Remember that we've been shooting a series of these. There's a few episodes back. There's still a few more episodes to come. So please remember to check us out on the next one. Thank you so much.